What if I told you that the first 60 minutes after you open your eyes may be the most important hour of your entire day, possibly even your entire lifespan? It sounds dramatic, but aging researchers are discovering something astonishing. Your morning routine acts like a switch that can either accelerate aging or protect you from it. Most people unknowingly flip the wrong switch. Before they finish their morning coffee, they've already triggered inflammation, hormonal imbalance, sluggish circulation, and stress pathways that shave years off their life quietly, slowly, and consistently. But there's good news. For decades, scientists studying people who thrive into their 90 seconds and 100 seconds have noticed one thing. Almost all of them share a handful of simple morning rituals. These habits are not complicated. They're not expensive. They don't require athletic ability or perfect health, yet they literally reshape the aging process from the moment you wake up. Today, you're going to learn these 7 morning habits, and one of them takes only 30 seconds, yet may be the most powerful anti-aging tool ever discovered. Before we begin, let me introduce you to a man whose life changed because of these very habits. Your morning is not just a routine, it's a biological command to your body. The question is, what command are you giving? Meet Walter. At 65, Walter noticed something unsettling. His lifelong friends, people he grew up with, were suddenly dealing with severe health problems. Heart complications, memory loss, trouble walking, constant fatigue. It seemed like everyone around him was aging faster than they expected. Walter feared he was next. But today, he's 93 years old. He still cooks his own meals. He still drives to the grocery store. He still volunteers at a community garden 3 days a week. He even leads a small walking group for seniors in his neighborhood. What changed? Not his genes. His entire family tree has a history of dying in their 70 seconds. Walter changed his mornings. At a health seminar, he heard a doctor say something that stuck with him. If you want to live longer, change the first hour of your day. Walter took it seriously. He made 7 small adjustments. Not extreme workouts, not expensive supplements, just simple, repeatable habits. Within months, he felt different. Within years, he became almost unrecognizable to those who knew him. When I asked him the secret, he smiled and said, "The first hour after waking saved my life." Today, you're going to learn the same blueprint. If Walter could transform his future in his mid-60 seconds, imagine what you can do starting tomorrow morning. Habit 1. Wake up hydration. The longevity switch. Most people underestimate this habit because it seems too simple. But simplicity doesn't mean weakness. In fact, the simplest habits are often the most powerful. Here's the truth. While you sleep, your body gradually dries out. Your blood becomes slightly thicker. Your kidneys slow down. Your brain loses hydration essential for memory and focus. If you wake up and delay drinking water even for 30 minutes, you force your heart and brain to work overtime. This stress accumulates over years and accelerates aging. Now, here's what the longest living people do differently. They drink water before anything else. Not coffee, not tea, not juice, just clean, room temperature water. And timing is everything. Let's talk about Maria. At 72, she was constantly exhausted. Her kidney function numbers were concerning. She struggled to remember things she normally wouldn't forget. Doctors warned her she might be headed toward dialysis. A nutrition specialist gave her one surprising instruction. Drink a full glass of water the moment you wake up before you walk, talk, or scroll your phone. That's it. 2 months later, her kidney function improved significantly. Her energy returned. Her mental fall lifted. Even her digestion improved. All from water. At the right time, tonight, place a large glass of water next to your bed. Tomorrow morning, drink it before your feet touch the floor. Room temperature is ideal. Cold water can stress your system first thing in the morning. Make this a non-negotiable ritual. Your organs have been waiting 6-8 hours for hydration. Giving them water immediately is like flipping on the youth mode switch inside your body. Habit 2. Morning light. The reset for your internal clock. Your body runs on a 24-hour rhythm called the circadian cycle. When this rhythm is synced, you sleep better, digest better, think better, and age slower. But if you stay inside with artificial light after waking, you confuse your internal clock. Your brain doesn't know what time it is. Hormones misfire, energy drops, inflammation increases. There is one powerful way to fix this. Expose your eyes and skin to natural morning light within 30 minutes of waking. Just 5-10 minutes is enough. Meet Leonard. He spent 30 years struggling with poor sleep, sleeping pills, melatonin, herbal teas. Nothing worked. His doctor finally suggested something simple. Go outside for 10 minutes after waking. Rain or shine. Leonard rolled his eyes at first, but 2 weeks later, something incredible happened. His sleep improved. His afternoon fatigue disappeared. His blood pressure dropped. Even his mood became more stable. He didn't change his diet. He didn't start exercising. He just stepped outside. Your action step. The moment you finish drinking your water, step outside or sit by a bright window, even on cloudy days. Outdoor light is far stronger than indoor bulbs. Morning light is not just light, it's information. It tells every cell in your body, wake up, repair, protect, heal. Missing this signal accelerates aging. Habit 3. Gentle movement. Lubricating your joints for life. When most people wake up, they shuffle into the kitchen, sit down, and stay still until breakfast. But this stillness is dangerous. Your joints stiffen while you sleep. Your muscles tighten. Inflammation peaks in the early morning. If you don't move your body gently before eating, you lock this stiffness in for the rest of the day. The solution: 5 to 10 minutes of gentle movement before breakfast. Slow circles with your wrists, ankles, hips, and shoulders. Light stretching, soft swaying. A short walk through your home. Movement before food activates your body's cellular cleaning system called autophagy. This clears out damaged cells, sharpens joint health, and reduces morning inflammation. Think about this. The joints you wake up with at 60, 70, or 80 do not have to be the joints you live with for the rest of your life. Your body is more adaptable than you've ever been told, especially in the first few minutes of your morning. Most long-lived elders do something almost no one talks about. They start their day by freeing their joints before asking their body to support them through chores, steps, or breakfast. Let me give you a real example. Evelyn, a 74-year-old retired teacher, was told she'd eventually need knee replacement surgery. The stiffness was so bad that some mornings she couldn't bend her legs at all. One physical therapist gave her an unusual assignment. Don't touch food, coffee, or your phone until you've moved your joints for at least 7 minutes. She took it seriously. She started with slow ankle circles in bed, then a gentle forward bend while holding onto a chair, then shoulder rolls and a slow march in place. Within 2 months, Evelyn's stiffness dropped dramatically. Within 6 months, she was climbing stairs without gripping the railing. Her surgeon eventually told her, "You've postponed surgery for years, maybe forever, all from gentle morning motion." Tomorrow morning, give your body a soft wake-up call. Let your ankles make slow circles. Then allow your knees to follow with a few easy bends. Bring your shoulders into it, rolling them back, opening your chest, letting your arms glide in smooth circles. Sway gently from side to side as if releasing last night's stiffness. Take 2 unhurried minutes to stretch or stroll around your room. End with a deep breath or 2 while your arms swing loosely at your sides. You're not exercising. You're simply reminding your body that it's alive and ready. Your joints don't age because of time. They age because of neglect. Give them 5 minutes tomorrow morning, and they'll give you years of mobility back. Habit 4. The 30-second breathing reset. Now we move to one of the most powerful habits on this list. If hydration is the start button for longevity, and sunlight is the synchronizer. Then this next habit is the stress eraser. It takes 30 seconds. You can do it anywhere, yet most people skip it because it looks too easy. But here's the secret. Your body ages fastest when it's stuck in stress mode, especially in the morning. Why morning breathing matters. When you wake up, cortisol, your main stress hormone, is naturally high. This is normal. What's not normal is keeping it high throughout the day. People who live into their 90 seconds almost always have one thing in common. They lower their stress response very early in the morning. This small breathing practice sets off a quiet ripple through the whole body. Inflammation settles down. Focus sharpens. The immune system steadies itself. Blood pressure relaxes. Digestion flows more easily. And emotional tension begins to melt away. It's incredible what changes when your breath finally slows down enough for your body to catch up. In a mountain town in Italy, researchers noticed something unusual among elders in their 80 seconds and 90 seconds. Before doing anything, before talking, eating, or even fully dressing, they would go outside, place a hand on their stomach, and breathe in slow, rhythmic patterns. A 95-year-old man explained it beautifully. If I breathe calmly in the morning, my whole day follows my breath. Researchers later found that this ritual lowered inflammation markers to levels similar to people decades younger. Your 10-second technique. Here's a quiet breathing ritual you can begin tomorrow. Close your eyes. Inhale gently through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold that breath for 7. Then release it for a slow count of 8. Letting your exhale soften your whole body. Repeat this pattern a few times. In less than half a minute, you'll feel your system shift into a calmer, clearer state. Consider Raymond, age 77. He struggled with high blood pressure for 15 years. Medication helped, but stress kept pushing his numbers up. A wellness coach introduced him to the same 4-7-8 breathing technique. Raymond practiced it daily for 3 weeks. His blood pressure dropped. His sleep improved. His anxiety reduced. He felt 10 years younger. In his own words, all from breathing something free, simple, and built into your body. Your breath is your built-in anti-inflammatory tool. Use it for 30 seconds tomorrow morning, and your entire nervous system will thank you. By now, you've hydrated your cells, reset your biological clock with sunlight, loosened your joints, and calmed your nervous system. You've prepared your body to receive the most important meal of the day, one that can either accelerate aging or slow it dramatically. Most people eat breakfast in a way that triggers inflammation, blood sugar spikes, and metabolic damage. But the longest-lived people, they start their first meal in a completely different way. And it's time you learn their secret. Before we continue, ask yourself, is my breakfast aging me or supporting me? Your answer might surprise you. Because habit 5 is not about eating less, it's about eating smarter, especially in the morning. Your morning routine has prepared your internal engine. Now it's time to fuel it properly so it can take you into your 80s and 90s with strength. Habit 5, the breakfast that slows aging. Here's a hard truth the food industry will never tell you. Most breakfasts are designed for taste, not longevity. Toast, cereal, muffins, bagels, pastries, sweetened coffee drinks. They give you energy for maybe an hour, then leave inflammation smoldering in your blood for the rest of the day. But when researchers studied populations that age gracefully into their 90 seconds and 100 seconds, they discovered a powerful pattern. They start their day with protein plus fiber, not sugar plus starch. This one shift alone can reshape your metabolism for decades. When you start your day with protein and fiber, your body responds almost immediately. Your blood sugar doesn't spike and crash. Your appetite stays calm. Inflammation stays in check. Your energy stretches across the morning. And your muscles finally get the support they need to stay strong as you age. It's a small choice with big rewards. Protein turns on repair mode. Fiber turns on protection mode. Combine them, and you get a breakfast that helps your body fight aging instead of feeding it. Let me give you a real-life example. Harold was 68 when his doctor pulled him aside with a serious tone. His insulin numbers were creeping up, and if he didn't take action, diabetes was on the horizon. What confused everyone was that Harold wasn't even overweight. Instead of going straight to medication, Harold tried something simple. He redesigned his breakfast. Out went the toast and jam. In came real, nourishing foods, eggs, oatmeal with chia, Greek yogurt and berries, or a vegetable omelet with a bit of avocado. 6 months later, his blood work told a completely different story. His doctor looked at the results twice and said, "What on earth did you change?" Harold just laughed gently and replied, "All I changed was my mornings." Here's an easy structure for a longevity-focused breakfast tomorrow. Start with a solid source of protein: eggs, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, a protein shake, or plant-based proteins like lentils or tofu. Aim for around 25 to 30 grams. Add fiber to stabilize your metabolism. A spoonful of chia seeds, a serving of oats, fresh berries, or some vegetables. Finish with a touch of healthy fats, such as avocado, nuts, or olive oil, to keep you satisfied and energized. One more thing. Try to avoid refined carbs for the first 4 hours of your day. It gives your body a calmer, more stable start. You don't need to change your whole diet. Just change one meal, the first one. When you begin your morning with fuel designed for longevity, your entire day and your entire future benefits. The breakfast you choose tomorrow morning is not just food. It's a message to your cells. Repair, protect, and stay young. Habit 6. The morning connection ritual. This habit may surprise you. Most people think longevity is mostly about diet, supplements, exercise, sleep. But according to decades of research from universities around the world, the single strongest predictor of long, healthy life is human connection. And not just any connection. Morning connection. Why morning connection matters more than you think. When scientists looked closely at the daily routines of healthy older adults, a surprising pattern emerged. Those who had even a small conversation before mid-morning, a quick hello, a short chat, a simple check-in, showed remarkable benefits. Their stress eased, their hearts worked more smoothly, their immune system stayed active, their minds felt clearer, inflammation cooled, and their general sense of well-being was noticeably higher. A tiny moment of connection makes a big biological difference. Why? Because early morning interaction sets emotional and biochemical rhythms that last all day. It elevates serotonin and oxytocin, your bonding chemicals, which then reduce cortisol, soften inflammation, and boost overall well-being. In Okinawa, a region famous for long-lived elders, researchers noticed something unique. Before starting their day, neighbors often gather outdoors for a quick morning chat. Sometimes it's 5 minutes. Sometimes it's laughter. Sometimes it's simply checking on each other. A 98-year-old woman said, "If I don't greet someone in the morning, my heart feels heavy all day." Her blood work reflected this truth. She had inflammation markers similar to a woman in her 60s. Morning connection was literally protecting her biology. How you can apply this tomorrow morning. You don't need a big social circle. You don't need a long conversation. You just need a moment of human warmth. Here are a few easy ways to add a little connection to your morning. Give someone a quick call. Just check in, say hello, and share a moment. Talk to the people you live with. Go beyond good morning and ask something real, like, "How did you sleep?" Or, "What are you excited about today?" If you live alone, look for small interactions. Greet a neighbor during your walk, or chat with the barista who makes your coffee, or create a weekly ritual. Maybe a morning coffee with a friend, or a shared walk once a week. Whichever option feels right. Let it be intentional, a moment that reminds you you're not walking through the day alone. Humans were not designed to wake up into silence, screens, and isolation. Your brain expects connection. Your heart expects connection. Your immune system expects connection. Without it, your body enters threat mode. With it, your body enters growth and repair mode. That difference alone can add years to your life. Make a small connection tomorrow morning, not for conversation, but for longevity. So far, you've refreshed your cells with water, awakened your biology with sunlight, loosened your joints, calmed your nervous system, fueled your body properly, and strengthened your emotional resilience with connection. Now comes the final habit. A habit that elders in their 90s practice religiously. A habit that neuroscientists say can literally reshape an aging brain. Habit 7 is not physical. It's not dietary. It's not social. It's mental, and it might be the most transformative of all. Habit 7. Directed gratitude for a younger brain. We've arrived at the final habit. A practice so subtle that most people ignore it, yet so powerful that neuroscientists can literally see its effects on brain scans. This is not generic gratitude, not "I'm thankful for my family" or "I'm grateful for life." This is something far more focused. Directed gratitude toward your own body. Why does this matter? Because aging is not just physical, it's emotional, it's psychological, it's neurological. How you feel about your body shapes how your body functions. And people who live into their 90s with energy and emotional balance share one thing. They talk to their body with respect. Not criticism, not disappointment, not frustration. Every morning, neuroscientists found something amazing when they studied older adults who practice morning gratitude. It doesn't take months or years, just a few weeks, and the brain starts to shift. The constant background noise of anxiety, self-criticism, stress, and the fear of getting older begins to fade. In its place comes calmer thinking, steadier emotions, clearer memory, and better decision-making. When you take a moment to thank your body, you wake up the part of your brain that helps you stay focused, confident, and resilient. And as that happens, cortisol, the stress hormone that accelerates aging, begins to fall. This isn't just about feeling good. It creates a real physical environment inside your body that slows the aging process. Joan, a 74-year-old grandmother, had blood pressure readings that worried her cardiologist. She took medication, watched her diet, walked daily, but her numbers barely budged. During a wellness workshop, she learned a technique called morning body appreciation. Every morning, she placed a hand over her chest and said, "Thank you, lungs, for giving me breath. Thank you, legs, for carrying me all these years. Thank you, heart, for beating for me without rest." 2 minutes. That's all. 3 months later, her blood pressure had stabilized. Her stress level plummeted. Her doctor thought she changed medication, but she had changed her mind. Your 2-minute morning gratitude ritual. Once you finish your breathing practice, take a quiet moment with yourself. Place your hand over your heart. Think of 3 parts of your body that have carried you, protected you, or helped you in some way. Name each one and tell it why you appreciate it. You might say something like, "I'm grateful for my eyes. They let me see the faces I care about. I'm grateful for my hands, they've worked for me for so many years. I'm grateful for my heart still beating for me every single day." The more specific you are, the deeper the effect. This simple act lights up the parts of your brain that support healing, calm, and emotional resilience. When you turn gratitude inward, your body hears it. It's like telling your nervous system, "You're safe, you're supported, you're doing enough." And once your body feels that safety, it finally shifts gears. Healing pathways turn on. The immune system steadies itself. Inflammation begins to calm. Your brain starts repairing and reconnecting. This is the internal environment where long, healthy life becomes possible. If you want a younger brain, a calmer mind, and a stronger heart, give your body 2 minutes of gratitude tomorrow morning. It will return the favor in ways you can't yet imagine. Now you know the 7 habits that people over 60 use to stay strong, clear-minded, energetic, and joyful into their 80s, 90s, and beyond. You don't need to start all 7 tomorrow. You don't need to be perfect. You simply need to begin. Even 2 habits can shift your aging trajectory. 3 can change your health noticeably. All 7 can transform your life. Remember our friend Walter? He didn't overhaul everything at once. He started with water and sunlight, little by little. The routine built itself. And today he's 93, thriving. Every morning, you stand at a doorway. One path leads to stiffness, fatigue, inflammation, and accelerated aging. The other path leads to strength, clarity, joy, and long life. And the door you walk through is determined in the first hour of your day. You now have the exact tools that people in the world's longest living communities use every single morning. So ask yourself, which habit will you begin tomorrow morning? Hydration, sunlight, movement, breathing, healing breakfast, connection, gratitude? Your future self is quietly hoping you choose one. If these habits opened your eyes or gave you something valuable to think about, I'd love for you to do 2 things. First, hit the like button. It helps this message reach more people who need it. Second, subscribe for more simple, science-backed tips to help you stay strong and healthy as you age. And now, I want to hear from you. Which of these 7 habits are already part of your morning? And which one are you planning to start tomorrow? Share it in the comments. Your choice might be the encouragement someone else needs to begin their own transformation. Thanks for watching.